Hello there, Chick Chatters. We are back with our Halloween special. This is the first time we've done something for the second time.
That's true. A happy Halliversary.
Apparently, over there everything is green.
St. Patrick's Day special?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
what
here
happened?
for the St. Patrick's Day special.
You couldn't do your Vanessa Lachey?
I forgot it was Halloween. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's like springtime out here.
Okay. We obviously have extra people with us now, our husbands. We are Sims today. I am Bella Goth, and he is just
Sleepy time Sim.
He's NPC Sim. Usually in their sleep attire.
Correct. This is my husband, Tyler.
Hello.
We together forgot what day it is, but I did manage to bring my fall flavored drink.
Well, we're going to start with Story of the Week. We got one of Brooke's favorites. This is from Paranormal Encounters.
This is not
And
my
it's
favorite.
actually from 50 days ago.
Great.
So it's semi-recent.
Very recent.
Look, he gets all up and I'm about to lean back.
Let's go.
Look.
Dean kind of looks like a ghost right now.
Like the
Well,
grim.
we are getting the new Life and Death pack for The Sims. So
We are.
the story is called I Asked My Daughter to Go Back to Sleep and a Man Told Me No. So
Great.
okay. The story starts, my 10-year-old daughter sleep talks. Sometimes she'll even sit up and look around. Last night, she dozed off on the couch, and 15 minutes later, she sat up and said, "Where did it go?" I said, "It's okay, honey, go back to bed." She laid down and asked me again, where it went. I said, "Go back to sleep." Then immediately, I heard a man's voice right in front of me say, "No." I looked at my daughter, and she was asleep again. My husband was in another part of the house, in our bedroom, asleep, and I'm still shaken. There was a man who passed away in our living room, 2017. There was also a man who shot his wife in the head with a shotgun in 1986 in the driveway across the street. He also lived by a cemetery, like next door. Spooked until last night, and I haven't slept. The voice was so aggressive. I hate this so much. The voice is so real. She doesn't really know how else to explain it.
The voice. I felt like I was right in front of her. That's real creepy.
Yeah.
See, the thing is I know that kids sometimes can live more in the paranormal world because they don't have as many defenses as us adults, but the fact that it was her that heard the whole voice right in front of her, that's real creepy.
And it was while the daughter was asleep, right? The 10-year-old was sleeping when she heard the male voice say no. So it wasn't like
She wasn't possessed.
She got it like, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was wondering when I first read it.
Yeah.
Came out of the daughter and
She
she
was
fell
possessed in her
asleep.
sleep. That's
Or
not uncommon.
She could be possessed in her sleep. That's not uncommon.
I think it'd be scarier coming out of the little girl because I almost could
I
explain
think it would be too.
the random voice, but if it came out of the child and she
No.
passed out,
We don't want that.
we don't want that at all. Kids are scary enough.
Kids are scary, especially when it comes to ghosts and shit. It's not.
I'm packing my bags.
Too many spirits lingering around that house.
Kids are very sensitive to that stuff, and so are dogs and animals. If your animal just like look off into a distance and they're interacting with nothing, it's
I feel
not
like
good.
this has to be a powerful spirit to get through to just a regular old adult.
Probably. You know, every time I hear stories about ghosts, I always wonder what era are these ghosts from? You never hear about 2020 ghosts bitching about cell service or something. You know, they're always like 1900s ghosts.
Screaming no at some baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to sleep.
What do
So-
you think he was mad if he was saying no to? Like, what do you think the conversation going on was? Obviously, the kid was saying something about wanting something, or where did it go?
Yeah, so where did it go?
I think the kid just he wanted more conversation or more interaction, and the
The kid
ghost
was-
was like, "No, you can't go to sleep."
No, you're being a bad boy.
Yours just a defiant ass ghost, and it says no to anything you'd say.
All the dogs in the neighborhood just started barking. They did, didn't they?
I heard him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could stay in a house if I kept hearing voices like that. And if I know my man's asleep and that voice could have came out of a child, I don't really know if I could sleep anymore.
That's true.
They lived right next to a cemetery.
I know you do take a risk when you live next to a cemetery, I do suppose.
I feel like it's got to be related to the guy who died in the living room, right?
It must be.
100%.
Definitely don't Ouija board or anything like that because it
Yeah.
might freak you out.
Stay clear of doing any extra paranormal activities in that house.
Extra.
Let them know you're just trying to coexist peacefully.
That might be a good idea. I mean, you're probably going to have to interact at this point. Maybe, I guess, what? What would you, Dean says?
Dean's heard enough. He's like, nope.
If you accept it for what it is, fine, but don't go inviting it around.
That's what they say in all the horror
Well, I
movies.
was more thinking inviting it to leave.
You can walk around and stage the place, cleanse it.
Yeah, maybe you kind of give it permission to release itself from the space. You'll take good care of it. Blah 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 blah.
You decided to stay.
Things obviously been there a lot longer than they have.
If I'm leaving, I'm not talking to that thing. But if I need to stay for some reason, I'm gonna have to appease this ghost.
But I'll leave some milk and cookies out for you. Just don't make a mess.
Maybe every night, possibly. As long as they don't scream no in my face anymore.
Well, then you're just inviting proggers into your house.
If I leave milk and cookies out and some cookies are gone and none of my kids ate them, that's not gonna help my situation.
Yeah, then we're definitely.
Then I'm definitely
If
moving
something
out.
is coming after my cookies, we have problems.
Maybe consider checking all your walls and stuff, because maybe you do have a frogger in your place. Somebody living in your attic or your crawl space or something. Maybe they screamed no loud enough that you thought it was right in front of you.
A couple of those, but I don't know, maybe.
Maybe hold a seance or something. But tell your husband, maybe you guys could try to figure out a solution together.
I think first and foremost, she needs to ask her husband if he happens to be crawling around on the floor saying stop.
Or
Maybe
no.
he just like screamed it from the other room. He was like,
Yeah, Tyler
breathing
screams
something.
no from the basement all the time, and sometimes he screams it so loud it does feel like it's in front of me because he's down there playing video games.
He might be on a Bluetooth speaker yelling into a phone that comes out.
Well, she said he was asleep, but that doesn't mean he didn't wake up from a nightmare and scream.
I thought he was in a different room.
Everybody was asleep but her.
He started taking her ass to bed a little earlier so she don't witness none of this.
You know what, Dean? I think that's the most realistic option we've seen so far.
Honestly.
Well, it's 10 o'clock. Last time I heard it was about 10:30. I'm going to sleep now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna work.
Take an Ambien or something to knock your ass out.
Yeah, maybe ask your kid in the morning if they remember anything from last night and to maybe tell you what went on in their dream. Might help you fill in some blanks there
The
as
kid's
well.
been talking to it.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
awake. It's not sleep talking. They're awake talking.
Do you think when they said it, they're referring to this ghost? Because
Where'd it go? That's the only other thing.
Well, it was going in and out of sleep, I think, the kid.
But wouldn't maybe it say where did he go?
It says, where did it go?
It was a whole male voice.
That said no.
Yeah.
That
The
could
rest
be
of the
like-
conversation was the kid.
It equals he. Where did he go?
Okay.
He did not leave. He's still there waiting for you to go to sleep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Anyways, top comment says, just want to throw this down there. Forewarning, not my story. Also, I'm not 100% if I believe in ghosts, but I do believe the stories that people tell me. And I believe belief in and of itself is power. Okay, sure.
Belief in and of itself is power.
Yep.
I don't know if I agree with this comment already. But
That being said, when my parents moved into our house before I was born, it was after the elderly previous occupant passed away there. She had doors that would open, specifically her closet accordion doors, and soaps that would fly off the laundry shelf, among other things. One day after being partially spooked, she sat on her bed in the room and said, "Look, you are scaring me. I know you might not mean to do so, but you are, and you need to leave. Please stop." And she didn't have an incident again, and it's been almost 24 years. Sending hugs. You are the one living there. Don't let it boss you around. And OP responded and said, being polite does get you far. Maybe this is the way to go.
this is what I was suggesting. You could ask it nicely to piece
Fuck
it out.
And then if he yells no, what you gonna do?
Ask it again.
Extra nicely.
A little extra sprinkle of kind.
Super nice.
Eventually, I'll bag this thing. Please.
This is not good for either of us.
Dean would be in a whole different country.
So someone else said, we too moved into a house built in 1892. First night, strange things happened. After a few more strange instances, I said out loud one day, look, we have to live here. I won't bother you if you don't scare us anymore, and be nice to all of us. Never had any more scary incidences. We would see things, but always just acted like it was okay. We were sharing like them and the ghosts. When we moved out 33 years later, we said goodbye to our ghost friend. I don't know if the new owners have had any issues yet.
Definitely would have been a note to leave.
They stuck it out for 33 years.
That's pretty good. I think if you can form some kind of respect
Alliance.
and alliance, that might be the way to go.
You take a risk when you move into these older houses. This house was built in World War II, And Elvis lived on one of these units at some point when he was training, so there'd be ghosts up in here.
If anywhere was haunted, it'd be where y'all live.
There's a little haunted group thing, and I've seen people post videos of babies in cribs being yanked and all types of stuff. It gets a little crazy out there, but there's been, people unalived to themselves, and, there's been death. Not the safest area. So there might be some ghosties. Nothing that I haven't dealt with before.
I think there's ghosts everywhere.
But decides that you get to be a ghost? Like, what keeps you here?
Just decides.
I
always relate everything back to Sims.
I do that too. Tyler was asking me the other day if I really think we're in a simulation, and I was like, well, you know what's crazy is that the Sims can actually play the Sims, and what if we were in a Sims simulation? Like, we're not even in the good one. We're in like the broken down junk truck.
The one that
The one inside the Sims computer that our Sim plays that we don't even know nothing about is probably all NPCs.
People see a glitch in the Matrix. Glitches happen.
Here we are.
Mhm.
Forgetting what holiday it is.
Here we are.
in the Matrix.
I did St. Patrick's Day, and our timeline is St. Patrick's Day.
most people seem to just say if you just want to make some kind of peace with the ghost, it might be your best option.
I've never encountered a ghost, but I guess my first instinct sounds like a lot of people's first instinct. Seems like it could be successful. I think there are probably spooky ghosts. This ghost does not sound friendly. The first encounter is screaming no in your face. I don't know how kind he's going to be to any sort of communication, but I think is a good start. We should start there.
Start there. All right, do you want to hear the update?
Oh, lordy lord.
So, update. I've just asked my daughter if she has ever had dreams about ghosts or sees ghosts. She said no. I asked if she thought the house was haunted. She said, well, there are the dimes. I forgot about the dimes. They fall on her. She has...
They fall on her. Excuse me, miss.
Ghosts are throwing dimes at this
No.
little girl.
Get that poor child out of there.
Thinking
They
about...
fall on her. How did you... I forgot dimes fall out of the sky.
I can't get through it because I just keep thinking, like, oh yeah, the dimes that fall on my child.
Those dimes that fall. I forgot that was normal.
I don't like this ghost. He's dropping money on kids.
It's like,
Isn't that a form of disrespect? Like you're throwing coins at somebody? Kids do that to each other in high school.
I don't know, but the way the mom wrote about it is just Oscar worthy.
This respectful ass ghost is rolling around and she's just like, oh, dimes just fall. It's okay.
Four.
It's like penny pixies in The Sims.
I didn't the mom remember these dimes though in the original story is what I want to know. Never mind.
She said she forgot.
So what's up with the dimes? They're falling on her?
You're falling on her daughter. I forgot about the dimes. They fall on her. She has... Who writes like this?
We need a voice behind this instead of I forgot about the dimes. They fall.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give her a voice.
Don't read that again.
I have to because the next sentence pertains to it. I forgot about the dimes. They fall on her. She has so many dimes.
No.
She has so many dimes.
I forgot about the dimes. They fall on her. She has so many dimes. We rarely use cash. It's just every line gets worse.
This is a joke.
I never read the update, so this is a shock for me too. We rarely use cash, and she has a reloadable cash card that she pays for with dimes. Like, what? Never mind. So we have no idea where they come from. She'll just be in the kitchen, and I'll hear a coin hit the floor. She'll say, "Thanks, Jeff," and put it in her bank info.
This is the story. None of this made it into the original post. Is this woman mad?
Dimes falling.
He's paying his rent.
How do you forget this is a common occurrence?
He's paying his rent in dimes.
That's why she's not moving out, Dean. She knows she's got it good.
He's paying his rent in dimes. Thanks, Jeff, and put it back in the bank in her room. I forgot all about that. I didn't tell her what happened last night. I think it will terrify her more so than the ghost.
Yo,
Dime?
listen. Homies was watching TV. He said, go to bed. He thought he was talking to her or vice versa. And he was like, nah, I'm still watching TV. Listen, you know all those dimes I leave? That's my rent. I'm paying my part of the electric bill. I'm watching TV.
There's a straight up gangster living in their house, picking on this child.
Listen, he's
Don't leave it
entertaining
dimes.
her with dimes. And the kid's like, hey, I appreciate it, Jeff. Who? The dude's name is Jeff?
How does the mom, when she's not originally write this story, think about this damn dime situation? Like,
Like,
How would you forget?
Often, how many times a week does a dime just drop out of thin air?
And who's
How-
Jeff?
How
Like,
does she
who?
not just make its own
Jeff.
Reddit post about these dimes?
Hold on, what year is on these dimes?
Don't
My
ask those
thing is-
questions,
is-
Dean.
No.
Don't ask those questions.
That's the question. That is the question.
This ghost would have to be from like 1940 to think a dime is going to cover anything.
He just might be.
Probably, yeah. I mean, and to a kid, a dime is a lot of money, you know?
It's to a child.
It's 2017 is the man who died in 1986. A woman was shot in the head in someone else's driveway. But I don't think that really pertains to your house. I think that would be their house issue.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think
there's shotguns around across the street while dimes are dropping in yours.
I would be asking your daughter who Jeff is. I'd be like, hey, who is Jeff?
Why is he paying you?
Talk to me about Jeff.
Is he taking the dimes that she already has? She says she has lots of dimes. I wonder if he's taking it though from her piggy bank already, because she said that she puts them back in her piggy bank. So it's just like
You should ask that question on that post so we can get
That's a valid question. Are they recycled dimes or do new dimes keep appearing?
or what year is on the dime.
why you grab an older dime, even if it's a newer ghost? They could find an older dime. Usually people
Dime
have
from the future, like from like 2035.
Even better.
Oh my god. Future ghost dimes. There's a spin to it.
I love it.
There's this
Future ghosts.
If you were in the future, went to the past, died, and you were stuck in the past, but you were really from the future, you were stuck as a ghost, that would suck.
A future ghost. Yeah, it really would. Because how do you resolve?
You have to run that back, teen. How you gonna wake up dead? Because you were alive when you went to sleep. And now you're a future ghost.
So a lot of these comments are basically people sharing their own stories, but somebody commented, your dime comment hit home for me. Okay. I'm a construction project manager. I was leaving a job in Boston and training my replacement a few years ago. 27-unit apartment building being gutted and rehabbed. I was talking with a coworker on the 3rd floor in a long hallway. Solid walls, ceiling, no crown molding. A key falls out of nowhere, hits me on the back of the head, and bounced off my shoulder. We both look at each other like, where the hell did that come from? One apartment on that floor had a double key-eyed deadbolt on one of the closet doors, meaning you would need a key to lock or unlock either side, which was pretty unusual. Someone was trying to tell me something. I took a picture of both sides and tucked the key in the wall. The OP replied and said, wait, so you could lock yourself in the closet, or if someone locked you in the closet, you had a key and you could get out? That's really weird.
Why did you put it in the wall, sir? Why is that your last sentence?
And why does that dime thing resonate with you? Just because you got hit in the head with something?
Just because something went ding. It fucking flew out of the sky.
Hey, key from the future.
Someone did say at least the ghost is contributing to your bills and not freeloading. And OP
That's what he
responded, we need more ghosts like this.
We do. That happens in The Sims. If you put a lot thing on, you can
Yeah.
get penny pixies, and every once in a while you get $5-10 just walking around.
Well, other than the update, there is an edit.
Edit.
Keeps
Yeah.
going.
How do you edit after you update?
Well, it's technically called Edit 2, but I think it's really Edit 1. There's update, edit again.
Okay. What do we got?
Let's go.
Okay.
What's going on here?
Edit 2, the dogs. We have just why does she type
Don't
like
bring dogs into this.
Edit 3, the dogs. We have 3 boxer dogs that heard it too. When I told my husband about what happened, he asked me if that's why the girls woke him up scratching at the bedroom door trying to get out. They usually all pile in bed with us. I heard them scratching at the door, but not until later. I had gotten up after my heart calmed down and decided to go pee once before crashing for the night. The dogs never do this. They go to bed when he goes to bed. So basically these dogs were scratching at the door when this was happening.
So dogs heard the voice, they were alarmed, and they were scratching at the door
Well-
to see what it is? Or do they go to bed when the husband goes to bed or when he goes to bed? Jeff.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, when she said the dogs, they heard it too. I thought she was gonna say she asked the dogs or something. Good.
Is it good?
They said yes.
I just want to know how this woman's so forgetful. At this point, I don't even know if she's a reliable source for me. I put all of this in the story.
Why
Who's
isn't
gonna
this
read this deep except for us? Thank God she has us.
We have to. And it keeps going too. So it says update again. Just now my daughter
I
said
also forgot.
well, now we're present with the time. Now something had just happened that the daughter came back. So she's just keeping Reddit in the loop.
This makes more sense now.
Yeah, now we're getting back to present time, and hopefully we're done with backstory. Update again. Just now, my daughter said to me, "Do you think people can talk to ghosts?" Do consider that we went to the new Beetlejuice movie after school yesterday, so it could be related. I said anything is possible. My grandpa always said, if someone said they saw this or that, never dismiss it because you never know. My daughter said, isn't he the grandpa that worked in the Air Force at Roswell, the alien place? I said, Roswell. And yes. She asked, did he believe in aliens or ghosts? I replied, oh, yeah, he had an author he loved that talked about the supernatural encounters. I can't remember his name, but my grandpa would say he was just crazy and would bring this sort of thing up. She said, well, she wasn't so lucky enough to see that sort of stuff. I said, why do you ask? And she said, I'm just curious. What? Does she think her daughter's talking to ghosts?
She think her daughter's talking to her grandpa. I
Yeah,
think
I
she's
mean-
trying to have them fight, but I don't believe her. I don't believe none of this anymore. I don't like this.
If the mom thinks the daughter is talking to ghosts, apparently it's got to be a thing because somebody's dropping dimes and paying rent.
The dime thing is strange. Okay.
Out of nowhere, dimes. Hey, thanks, Jeff. You named him. He's got a name. He's no longer he. That is Jeff.
Yeah, so then where does the grandpa come in here? Is the grandpa's name Jeff or not? Because if it's not, then who cares? I don't like the level of detail in this conversation shared. The whole, oh, did grandpa work at Roswell? Yes!
I was like, how's a 10-year-old know about Roz?
I feel like this is where we're watching a movie and then we're getting a flashback to the future. Back, just
Yeah.
confused time jumps.
I feel like I need to just disregard this update.
Well, she's got one last edit.
What is it? Because I'm disregarding that one. I have nothing to say to that. I'm confused.
None of that helped her story. I think she was just freaked out by whatever is going on, that she's just now recorded everything that happens, every conversation. So it says, edit again. Jeff was the man who died in our house. He was a nice guy and a family friend.
You forgot that part too?
How convenient.
Okay, so it's Jeff. He's throwing pennies. He's trying to help out.
Still is here.
Case closed.
Penny a week was run back in my day.
It's not even done. We've always said Jeff jokingly, and we've agreed that if he were to do anything, he'd just obviously be nice to us if he's leaving us money. I'm just answering this question a lot. I'm not mad. I just want everyone to see this. The voice I heard was forceful and almost angry. Nothing has happened since, and my daughter has seemed unfazed. I've also been sleeping better after a couple of days.
Yeah, maybe you just hallucinated.
So-
Because,
Collect the dimes. It's basically like returning cans, you know?
yeah.
Just collect all those dimes. Make sure they're coming from a new source, because otherwise it's just being redundant. and
I mean, if he's
ridiculous.
taking the dimes from the piggy bank and just dropping the same ones, hey,
I think that is what he's doing.
Can ghosts materialize dimes?
Jeff can.
I don't know.
Jeff can, yeah, Jeff can do whatever.
That is Jeff County.
Jeff is super.
He's still
paranormal.
working.
He's still working.
He's still
And he's a family friend. So you
That's
know,
weird to me. Again, why wasn't any of this mentioned before?
make friends with Jeff. Apparently you're already friends with him. All he said was no to you once. I mean, if
Yeah,
that's
talk
worth
to
it.
him. If you're gonna talk
It
to
was
any
bedtime.
ghost, talk to the one who's a family friend. Hey, buddy, we're glad you're here, but you're freaking me out. See you
hey,
later.
Jeff, it's 10:30. I got work in the morning. Can you keep it down?
Also, you could just leave the dimes on the counter instead of throwing them at my child. That would I'd much appreciate it.
Please.
Now making sure she finds them.
That's
Oh.
fine. Just leave them on the counter.
I was expecting to hear dimes just get lobbed at my child out of nowhere. If he throws them and misses, he must need glasses.
They do hit her every time.
All the time.
Yeah.
They rarely use cash.
Well, they rarely use cash. She has a credit card thing, is what she's saying.
She just reloads all the dimes onto there.
I don't
She
know.
must be getting a ton of dimes to be able to reload like that.
I don't think that's her only form of income. Well, I guess
For a
for a
child?
10-year-old.
Her
No.
only form of
He's
income.
that grandparent that always has change in their pocket. Back then, we just ask my dad for some money. He'd grab a handful of change. Here you go.
Grandpa Jeff.
Said, well, there are the dimes. I forgot about the dimes. They follow. She has so many dimes. We rarely use cash, and she has a reloadable cash card, so we have no idea where they come from. Okay, so they're new dimes.
No idea where a 10-year-old is getting cash from, but there's a ghost popping around our house.
Throwing them at her.
Oh my lord.
I'm just going to ask Jeff for about 20 new dimes.
Provided no updates. By the way, only more questions.
Yeah.
I still want to know that you're at the dime.
I think it just sounds like they've accepted that Jeff is their friend and was their friend before, so will remain their friend in death.
And is
give
also
them
helping
dimes.
them out in whatever monetary way possible.
Hey, Jeff, you hungry? What you want me to chop up for you?
Yeah, like, why can't you live here? If you're going to give dimes, it's 10 cents.
No.
Just leave them on the counter, though. I don't appreciate my child. Disrespectful ass, Jeff.
All right, well, Jeff's the asshole here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's the asshole. All right, on to the next story. Hello there, good chat. We're back with the second story. So this one isn't Am I the Asshole? And it is from 3 years ago. It's titled Am I the Asshole for Not Taking Down Our Halloween Decorations?
Yes.
So, story starts. My husband and I moved into this neighborhood about 2 years ago after we got married. We haven't been able to celebrate Halloween the last 2 years due to COVID. It's our favorite holiday, so this year we decided to go all out. We filled our yard with tombstones and skeletons. All of our bushes and trees were draped in fake webbing, and the tree closest to the street having a huge 6-foot spider dangling from its limbs. The final touch was a huge rope web that we added extra webbing to fill it all out. That hangs from our roof all the way to the street. We're not into gory stuff, so we got a couple of cute fuzzy spider decorations to place all around the yard. It took us hours to decorate, and we were so excited. My husband looked like a kid in a candy store. Yesterday, while my husband was at work, I heard a knock on my door. It turned out to be my neighbor. He looked absolutely frantic. I didn't even have a chance to ask what was happening when he yelled in my face, "You need to take all this shit down." I was really taken aback. This neighbor has always been very nice to us. I've seen other houses decorated in the past few years, maybe not to this extent, but I know it's not against our HOA rules. I decided to ask if that was an issue just in case. He looked at me completely dumbfounded and started going off. Cut the crap. You'd put all this away. My wife has arachnophobia. Your yard practically gave her a heart attack this morning. I kind of effed up here and laughed. I didn't think our purple fuzzy spiders with big googly eyes would even scare little kids in the neighborhood. You're pulling my leg, right? He got in my face and practically stepped into my house. You're going to scare my wife to death. If you and your husband don't take all this shit down, I'm reporting you. I'm a retired police officer and I can make this a real problem for you. I started seeing red and getting really uncomfortable because I was completely home alone and my husband wouldn't be home for hours. Even if I wanted to take it down, it would be impossible without his help. Listen, this is our first time getting to celebrate Halloween in our house. We really put a lot into our yard. We don't even have any gory or graphic decorations. None of our spiders can even look realistic. Can we please not do this right now? He said, I don't give a shit. Take it down or else. He didn't really give me a chance to answer. He just started walking back to his yard. Our decorations are not scary. Other neighbors even said that our yard is cute. We also spent a few $100s decorating. It would be a huge waste to take it all down. I haven't told my husband yet because I know he's petty and will throw a fit and probably decorate with even more spiders out of spite. I refuse to take down our decorations. This is really important to us, and I just want to enjoy my favorite holiday with my husband. Am I the asshole?
Someone who's over here enjoying our favorite holiday with my husband right now. I think no.
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 I would have a fleet of mini spiders like going towards their house, like in the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter, when they're chasing them. I have like a fleet of those mini ones if she would have told me that. Yeah, get us like ready to go towards their house.
I feel bad for this lady that she had a little scare this morning, but I think it'll be good for her to get around some purple spiders, since they're everywhere.
I too struggle with arachnophobia. I
too.
will let the world know that right now. But I will say that I'm pretty good at looking away when I see some. Like if I even see a spider in the room and nobody's there, I'm just gonna give it the room. It can have the room. I'm good at walking away from a spider. If I
They
don't,
literally have giant spiders across the street at the house decorated across the street right now. What, 2 or 3 of them?
Oh yeah, got their whole
Up a flagpole?
Yeah, they have a flagpole.
With, probably
And it's a big
spiders that
web.
are 4 feet in diameter. Huge. You can see them from the other side of the street from our house.
Mhm.
If I look out my front window, there's 3 giant, and they're black. They're not purple. 3 giant black spiders outside. And I don't mess with spiders. You know this? No. I don't.
But you don't have arachnophobia.
I
There's
don't.
a difference.
There is a difference, but
It's
I
a mental
also.
health professional.
But I also. I'm sorry. Also, as a mental health professional, you can do this thing called exposure therapy, where every day for 20 more seconds at a time, you look out your window, and then maybe you'll cure yourself.
they're purple.
I'm probably scared her at first, but like after she gets over that initial shock, like they're purple spiders. It's Halloween. I'm sure she sees spiders everywhere she goes.
Yeah, but you can't treat her with kid gloves now. She's a full woman. She's gonna have to be in the world and see some things
If
sometimes.
it was like a 7-year-old kid with like very arachnophobia, maybe I'd feel a little bit more sympathetic. But
And I also get this husband. I respect him
Yeah,
for
yeah.
going over and making a big fuss out of everything for his wife. I think that's a beautiful thing. Tyler once almost got
Scones.
us kicked out of a hotel because I had sconophobia for a while. Briefly, we were on vacation, 4th of
Yeah.
July weekend, also one of our favorite holidays. And we were at a motel, a really small one in the UP, and our room was right next to the office, and they also lived over in the office. So I don't
like
know.
7 o'clock,
I really
7, 8
do.
o'clock in
I
the
think
morning.
it was 7:30 in the
very
morning.
early.
It was too
for a holiday
early
weekend.
for a holiday weekend. I start hearing like bang, 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 and in my head, I'm like, what are they doing over there?
It sounds like they're
And
hitting our wall with a hammer.
And it just kept going on and on. I'm like, are they hammering their family photos into the damn wall right now? That's what it sounded like. It was awful. I was just laying in bed angry about it. And Tyler couldn't stand me being angry. So he hopped
I heard
himself.
it too.
Yeah, so we
I'm
were
like,
awake and grumpy. So he hopped himself out of bed and asked what was going on. And this woman was making scones for like us and the other guests. And I'm like, I don't want scones. I want sleep. Anyways, Tyler pretty much relayed the message that we would rather her not make these scones or wait till later or whatever. And I'm sure he didn't do it very kindly because of the emotional state that we're
I
in.
did it.
Whatever.
Kindly-ish.
Then he comes back to the room. He tells me they're making scones. I'm like, what the hell? Trying to process that scones could be this loud. And then the man follows Tyler back and he's like, I heard you were yelling at my wife and you guys are probably going to have to leave.
I'm like, because I wasn't yelling
It was
at
like
your
he
wife.
was defending his wife and this guy was defending his wife and it was all over some scones.
Like, why are you pounding on it? It sounds like you're hammering on her. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. She's making scones. Stop making scones.
So now scones is like a thing
We don't
between
want
me.
scones.
I've
7
never
o'clock in
even
the morning,
ate a
4th of
scone.
July.
Never even ate a scone. That scone or any other scone.
No scones.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will say, even though it is very kind of people to be fighting for their wives, it's still not really the way to ask if you want something done.
True.
Maybe if the neighbor would have approached, like, hey, my wife had a heart attack. Let me show you the video. Like,
Let me show you the video. I probably would have died of laughter.
Yeah.
is there any
Go
way
follow
you
your
can face your spider away from our house? I don't know.
Like, actually, can you text me the video so I can post it online?
Next Halloween, I'm just tempted to spend another $300 on more spiders.
Again, I have some empathy here, but I don't think that they're the asshole for decorating their own yard.
No. Like you said, they spent a lot of money and time. It's their favorite holiday. They haven't been able to do it in 2 years because of COVID. They wanted to go all out.
Why can't you
And they
decorate your
did.
yard during COVID?
You could decorate. They probably couldn't afford to. They might not be getting the unemployment. Top comment says, not the asshole, but he is. I would call and report he was making threats. Yeah, this guy said he was a policeman.
That retired policeman comment, like, my dad was a police officer for 25 years. Get over it. You're not that cool.
You're the male version of a Karen
Yeah.
if you say that.
And he threatened him. He's like, if you don't take down the spiders or else, you were a retired cop, so you might be armed.
Yeah.
You might have a weapon over there.
If he's a retired cop, he has a firearm.
Yeah. I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to call the cops, and they're going to deal with it on my side and not take yours.
The only thing that worries me here is that there's a HOA there because HOAs are just known to be kind of a-holes about everything. I feel like if this retired cop really does have the power that he's trying to wield, that, might pull with the HOA a little bit. The powers that be might join with his powers and they might have so much power that they get rid of the spiders.
So another comment says, not the asshole, firstly, because this guy was incredibly aggressive and threatening instead of making a polite request for accommodation. And secondly, while I appreciate people having irrational fears, lots of people put up spiders around Halloween. If his wife can't even walk past your house with its cartoonish spiders, she may want to talk to somebody. I recommend you record this incident and invest in a front door camera in case the man comes to harass you again.
Fair. You probably should because he's probably coming back.
Or he's going to come take down the stuff himself. You better get that on video.
Don't forget they have spiders on the roof, so I'm like, hey, if you do that, you're doing the hard part for me.
You should just have them all over the house, all over the roof, on
I'll
top of the
get
trees.
it on camera.
And if you're not planning on taking the spiders down, you might as well tell your husband about it because He's gonna figure it out the next time this man comes over and he's mad he didn't take the stuff down.
Well, you gotta tell the husband.
If he's gonna be petty about it and add more spiders, I guess that's what he's gonna do.
Shouldn't have yelled at my wife.
Yeah, this man made a choice when
I'm
he
making
walked
double
over
the scones, double the spiders.
there. Now, I hope that she really didn't about have a heart attack. I know some people really do have it that bad, but yeah, Halloween wouldn't be the time to leave your house then.
Probably not.
Because they are everywhere. You're gonna go to a little store and they're gonna be on the window.
You're gonna see somebody's dog walking around with the spider legs.
Spiders occur in nature, not just during Halloween. Every day, every space, there could be a spider behind every thing in the world.
Even
Figure it out. You probably
It's
should go to
terrifying.
I'd put a big Spider-Man. Like a big Spider-Man.
Personally, I wish spiders were only 1 day a year, but they are a 365-day-a-year thing. You might run into one, and it terrifies me to my core.
Today, when I was looking for this hat that was in my basement in a box, you better believe I sent Tyler down there looking for it in case there was a spider somewhere. And then I had him look inside the hat for a
Oh.
spider.
She breaks.
So I'm scared. But I'm
Yesterday, I released a spider. It was on our
Yesterday there was a spider on the ceiling and he refuses to kill them, so he had to capture it in a cup and release it.
Threw it into the grass.
Isn't it cold out now up in Michigan?
Yeah, that's why he came in the house.
Right.
Yeah, he'll come back.
Yeah.
Well, it's cold out there. You'll die if you don't.
He'll pay rent. He'll take care of the other rest of the bugs that get inside.
You better be throwing dimes like that ghost, at least.
You're gonna see a dime hanging from the single with a spider.
Yeah, you about that. Thank you.
I would appreciate that spider enough to not kill it. Still can't live in the house though.
I do like the doorbell cam.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's necessary. If you have people coming to your house and threatening you, that's necessary.
This comment says, not the asshole. He should take his wife to a therapist. If she freaks out over decorations, she needs help.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exposure and
Spiders.
response prevention therapy. You need it badly.
Perfect. For the update.
Update.
There's only one update with this one.
Okay. I do kind of need to know what happens here.
So it says, a lot of you wanted to see my decorations, so here. So there is a photo of the decorations. And it says it couldn't be found.
Okay.
So never mind on that part. But they apparently showed their decorations, but we can't see them. We can see a big web, fuzzy spiders on the bushes, and our big guy right on the tree. I talked to my husband about it, and we're installing a Ring doorbell camera this weekend. I'll be taking it up with the HOA and documenting everything that happens going forward. Now, it's probably about all you can really do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're probably both going to take it up with their stupid HOA, and they're going to have to make a decision about these damn spiders. But I do think it's really dumb, and I do think he's not the asshole. Probably the husband is the asshole. Definitely the wife needs therapy if she's this terrified of prop spiders.
Yeah, and I think now they pretty much assume you're not going to take it down because you didn't really say you would.
Yeah, that stuff's not coming down.
No.
And right now, you're like, what, a week away from Halloween, so you should be all right. Like 5 days. Dude.
Just endure it until then. Just close the blinds, isolate if that's what you really need to do.
Dress your spiders up for Christmas. Put them back out.
Treat it like your Christmas tree. Leave it up for an extra month or
Santa
two.
beard on them.
Mhm.
Santa spiders.
Santa spiders. Little reindeer spiders. You do a Nightmare Before Christmas with Santa, and then you could give them little reindeer spiders.
Just spiders.
Yes.
I like that.
I think this is maybe our pettiest response yet, but I love it because it's a natural reaction to someone coming to your door being an asshole, asking you to take down your own decorations for your favorite holiday. So,
And if you're going to do that, you have to be a lot nicer about it.
Yeah.
correct.
Not show up and be like, take these down or else.
Very green cut crease, not very mindful, not very demure.
Yeah, because if he was some little old man that came over and he was just like, oh, my wife, she's so scared of your spiders in the front. Could you please take them down?
See, I don't know if that would change the outcome per se, but
No.
I would.
No,
Really?
if I put all that effort into getting them on the roof and spent hundreds of dollars on it, just wait till next year we'll do skeletons. We're not going to do spiders.
I
We
ain't
already
trying to
spent too much
be.
time and money. So
I don't really want to be responsible.
It would be a lot easier to call the person that put the decorations up the asshole if the person that confronted them wasn't such an asshole themselves.
That's true. I
Yeah.
don't think the person who put the decorations up is an asshole either way.
They didn't know their neighbor has arachnophobia. They have no idea.
Yeah.
It's
And-
Halloween. You put up Halloween decorations.
at no way point in time can the person who put up the decorations be declared an asshole. Unless they were like, no, I'm not doing it, and they cussed them out. so on. But it's their property. They're allowed to do what they want on their property as long as they're not encroaching on someone else's property.
Yeah.
They're within their right to do it unless it's in the HOA contract.
Oh, they gonna write it in there.
They'll write it in now. No, but unless it was those strobe light things that can give people seizures, I could see somebody coming to your door being like, "Hey, you about gave my grandma a seizure because of those lights." Some people are very sensitive to that.
I mean, you can die from a seizure. You can also die from a heart attack, but the chances of you having a seizure from, if you have epilepsy from seeing lights, is a lot higher than if you would see a spider and have a heart attack because you have arachnophobia.
Probably. That's what I would assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, says the nurse.
Yes.
That's what I would assume as well. I can see that because those things, like even there's certain music videos that have to have the warning on
The
it.
trigger warning, yeah.
I mean, yeah, might as well be petty about it. And I don't think anything gonna happen to her, but you know, if it does, I guess it's your spider's fault.
Blame the spider if you don't love me.
Not the lack of therapy or, you know, whatever. Maybe this woman this day just didn't want to go wherever she was going and she's like, "Oh, the spiders!"
Yes, this is
I
probably
can't
her
leave my
excuse
house.
to
I
make
wanted
her
to go to the
husband-
grocery store.
To make her husband go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like, nah, there's
She's on
spiders out there.
the phone at work, like, I had severe accident.
Yeah, he was just calling her bluff.
Yeah, I never thought of it until now, but maybe the wife was just trying to get out of some and she was like, "Oh my god, the spiders!" And he was like, "You have to come with
Where's
me."
my
It's
phone?
the spiders. Yeah, I could see it now. Yep, I would like to believe that.
Possible.
Possible.
Like, am I gonna threaten someone over it?
I don't know. To each their own, I guess. But yeah, definitely get that Ring doorbell camera. Not the asshole. Not the asshole's my vote.
Me too.
3.
No,
4.
not the asshole. It's a unanimous.
Wow.
Not the asshole. Round of applause, Chip Chat.
The spiders win.
Another successful Halloween
Win
special. For the first time in my life, I'm voting for the spiders.
I know, crazy.
Crazy.
When he said decoration, I was like, no, he's the asshole. And then I heard the story, and I was like,
Well,
you know what?
I think you assumed like me that they were.
I
out
assumed
in,
they were
like,
waiting too
December
long.
or
Yeah, I was
something.
like, you got to clean up those spiders by December. But after hearing this, if it's December, leave the spiders out.
Well, thank you, Chick Chat, for joining us for another Halloween special.
Yes, we had so much fun celebrating St. Patrick's Day and Halloween with you all.
Wait, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, well,
Well, goodbye from the Leprechauns and the Sims. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, share, click the share button. You don't even got to actually share it. Just click it. Reduce, reuse, recycle, Rihanna, and goodbye.
Bye bye.